She needs me. She needs me very much. She doesn't have anyone else. I didn't say that either. I had never confronted him. That was why I was his favourite. He saw my paralysis and spoke faster. You need me and I'd never leave you. Never. Sasha's an adult and she's made her decision. That has nothing to do with me now. As she said last night, she doesn't care about my approval, and so I don't care what she does. I've got a place to go, a job, a house, a new school for you. We can start again and... Dad! My heart pounded so violently that I thought it was going to knock the house down, but I didn't speak loudly enough to stop him. Build new lives for ourselves. We deserve to... I pulled the duvet up to my chin so he wouldn't see me trembling. I was so scared of this man. I wasn't going with him. It was unthinkable. And that meant I needed to do the bravest thing I'd ever done. He was still speaking, so I summoned every bit of strength and interrupted with as much force as I could manage. Dad, I'm not going with you. Sasha needs me here. His eyes were glinting, and I had to look away. No, he said, trying to duck into my line of sight. When that didn't work, he took hold of my chin and tilted my head back so I could only look away from him with my eyes. His fingers dug into my skin. It's all arranged. You can have whatever you want. Clothes, books, how about a MacBook? You wanted a MacBook, didn't you? Everything inside me longed to concede. This time, though, I couldn't. I can't, I said, and I swiveled my eyes as far from him as they would go. I saw a spider walking up the wall, its shadow huge in the lamplight. You can. I can't leave Sasha. I don't want to. I'm going to stay here. The silence hung there. I forced myself to wait it out. His hand dropped from my chin. Do you mean it? I nodded, watching the spider. I heard him exhale in a huge huff. I held my breath. This was where it got dangerous. Sure enough, he pulled back his fist and punched my bed. Suppressed violence spread through the room. Menace hung static in the air. He could do anything, and we both knew it. He walked over to a wall and punched it hard. Then he strode to the door. He turned at the threshold. Last chance, he said, spitting his words so I could almost see them flying towards me. Our eyes met for a few seconds, and I looked away. No, I'm staying here, I said to the wall, and he left. I heard him moving around downstairs, and then the door clicked shut and something landed on the doormat with a thud. I waited for ages for him to come back, but he didn't. Time stretched on, and nothing happened. After a while, I put on my dressing gown and fluffy socks and crept downstairs. He'd left an envelope propped against the kettle with Sasha's name on the front. There was a note for me next to it, scrawled on a piece of paper from a pad that had to-do list at the top of each page in a stupid font. A. I expected better of you. You've broken my heart. Call me when you change your mind. If staying, you need to call your school and cancel the email I sent last night. Enjoy life in foster care. The pen had gone through the paper on those last exclamation marks. I stood at the bay window and pulled back the curtain, my hand making the length of fabric tremble. It was pitch black out there, with thick clouds covering the stars and the moon, but the streetlight showed an empty driveway. He had left. His keys were on the mat, posted back through the letterbox. I pictured him parking round the corner and creeping back to kidnap me. I turned and screamed. Sorry, said my sister, standing blinking in her blue dressing gown, confused. She was holding the envelope that had Sasha written on the front in Dad's best handwriting, which was still bad, even when he was trying. He was a doctor after all. What's happening, mermaid? Why has Dad written me a letter? She shook her head. Actually, I don't need to open it. He's telling me off again about my irresponsible behaviour, reminding me that I'll never be a doctor. I'm going to put it straight in the bin. I hugged her as tightly as I could. She resisted for a moment and then gave in and hugged me back. I didn't cry. I didn't cry. She smelled of Sasha and sleep. What's up? She said. What's he done? He's gone, I said into her hair. Sasha was 4 years older than me, and maybe 4 inches shorter too. It might be one of his mind games, but he said he was leaving. He had a bag. The car's gone. I didn't want to tell her this part.